Hello and welcome to season 13 of Gman Division 2B Match Day 10, although kind of 11's almost finished as well. It's late. It's late in the week. Um, I'd like to, yeah, you can't really blame coronavirus for for not doing streams, can you? I've been stuck in the house, so I've been unable to. Oh, okay, forget it. But yeah, hello. Oh, and with me is my usual co-host Jivasak. Say hello, Jivasak.
Hello, everyone.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Go on. Sorry.
if you are at home,
Yeah.
you have no excuse.
No, should be doing more recaps rather than less.
No, you should be doing every day
Okay.
a recap for Division 2B. Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I was playing in the all-day Imperium Corn Cup yesterday, which appropriately I won. But which was a lot of fun and very silly, and basically a competition, an Imperium competition where everyone has frenzy, which was good.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was. It was very silly, and also I got to see the flesh golem piling on animation for possibly the first time, and it was very exciting. And Haringzord streamed it, and apparently a lot of people have never seen the flesh golem piling on animation either. So there
Yeah,
was cheering in his stream. It was funny.
I haven't seen it either.
Well, I've clipped it actually because I liked it so much. Wait, I'll actually post it in the where did I post it? In general somewhere. There we go. Yeah, so I'll post it in the chat, and you can watch my
Okay.
my flesh column. Actually, I could. No, I couldn't. Could I show that? I probably could. But we're not here. We're not here to watch flesh columns pile on. I might show it. No, I don't know. Mm. And the and from that point on, when they were watching, every time the flesh they just wanted the flesh. I wasn't. You're not allowed. It's kind of annoying not being able to watch streams of your game. Obviously, they assume that you're gonna get some advantage from it. So I had to turn off the
Oh
stream, but
my
then
god, that's so high jump.
it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the highest I have ever seen a player jumping to pylon.
It's also it's the angle as well. It's just so it's possibly, is it my favorite? I don't know. I might have to like get together a collection of all the piling on animations and watch them all and see which one are my favorite. It's up there though. It was good, and for like it's one you don't see, right?
Yeah,
Like people don't pick
definitely.
piling on flesh columns because they're slow and it would be really annoying having to stand them up again, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen the orc piling on animation loads, even the black orc one. So why anyway? Yeah. But yeah, it's a giant belly flop. It's hilarious. But yeah, you got people on stream going, "Ah, oh, Cornite, do this, do that," and he's like, "Well, I'm not watching. I don't know." I watched the stream back afterwards, and it was good. I enjoyed it, but lots of people calling for things that they're not going to get because I'm not watching the stream.
Well, I would be calling for another one to see it.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's so good.
And to be fair, after so this Imperium's great for that. It's weird for like building some strange team um, and then getting to you know some different rules or random cards or other things happen, and you just end up um, you know
Yeah.
building something strange. And the first time you ever see like I've got a screenshot of a chorf with big hand, which looks really cool, but you're never going to build a chorf with big hand, are you?
No, never.
All the effort that's gone into building these things that never gets seen because no one would be crazy enough to actually take these suboptimal decisions. Hmm. Anyway, um, as we said, the week's almost the week 11 is almost finished. So let's quickly have a look at week 10 though. So the first game of the week was Nurgle Murgle Urgle against the Moist Owlets, and it was a 1-1 draw, which is kind of surprising. I wouldn't be surprised if no one actually picked a 1-1. Oh, there was someone who picked a draw. Spartacus correctly guessed a 1-1 draw. Obviously,
And Cyclen, no.
no,
Who else? Only Spartacus was.
only Spartacus.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait a second. Wait, what?
Why am I
Oh
missing
no no
this
no
game?
no no no! It's not in the. So this game must have been played before we did predictions last week.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's not
I
there.
couldn't find
So
it.
no one gambled on it at all. Sorry for misspeaking. Anyway, you know, the elves having 3 loners and Edril, I guess a wizard as well.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, and just a wizard. They must have spent. They spent 3,000 of their own money, 30,000, to get a wizard and Eldril, and obviously it worked to some degree. They got one. All the elves got was 1 touchdown on the catcher, who is ridiculous. What is that? Agi and strength.
Yeah.
Monstrosity. I'm not sure I like strength on a catcher, because like all you're getting is a strength 3 player. You've got loads of strength 3 elves around.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess makes it a little bit harder for the opponent to blitz your catcher.
But like, yeah, I guess I don't know. It's a lot of cost.
Yeah.
Which block would probably be better if you want your catchers not to die.
Yeah, I think so. Block would be better.
But you probably want to take a double, but I don't know. I did have a strength up catcher for a while, and I built him like a 3rd war dancer, so he got wrestle and other things like that. It was kind of good. Like he got wrestle and leap. So having an Agi 5 strength 3 wrestle leap player would be cool, but he's not getting there for another 30. SPP. And the MVP went to a lineman. So basically, this was a 3 SPP game, and they got an armor busted wrestle lineman. So kind of negative 3 SPP game for the elves.
Yeah, I mean, with so few players, you always risk it. You can't do a lot of things about it.
No. Yeah, with like 4 of their players being possible MVP stealers, that's pretty high odds of losing it. And the Nurgle got 2 Kaz MVP on a Nurgle roster, which I guess is kind of, a player who's so... I guess he's going to be their first legend. He's going to get there pretty soon.
Yeah.
And leveling up the plus Agi beast. Hey, Wolfbark, hello, good morning. How are you?
He has a legend already.
Wolf was in the Cornite Cup I was talking about. I'm not Cornite, sorry, I keep calling it that. The Corn Cup yesterday. At first, it was a spell checking error where my phone auto corrected Corn to Cornite because obviously I write Cornite too much. Yeah, exactly. I think it should be named after me now that I've won it. Just a second cup. So like there were 2 cups with the same rule set, and we were in the kind of actually was it Wolfbot was in the first tournament, which I think should be the proper Corn one, and then the second one could be called the Cornite one because that's the lesser important one. Anyway.
What do you mean the proper Corn?
Well, there was one tournament originally, and then it was so popular that Zord made a second one, so it was kind of like the secondary one. And the first tournament got all like had all their games streamed pretty much. Whereas the second tournament, it was only the semi-final and the final that kind of really got looked at. So we were like that, but we were the competition with the more higher, bigger deck value teams, because you had some people in ours who play a lot of Imperium, so they have a lot higher value cards. So we had some crazy decks. Anyway, so that's Nurgle against Moist Owlets. Next is the Clash of the Chaos. Arctic Antarctic versus the Tanking Generals, with Failfish taking this 2-0. Oh wait, yeah, it went in there.
Yeah, correct.
Poor Arctic Antarctic gets a new warrior. Warrior gets movement bust in his first game.
Yeah.
You can hear the sadness in my voice.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
And another MVP where you could say is getting towards legend a good use of SPP? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know,
you never know if he will get to legend.
No. And Thortigors gets the Kaz to level him up. So I guess that's tackle or juggernaut.
I think tackle.
He's got 3 tacklers already. He does have a juggernaut already as well.
But none of them are beastmen.
True. Okay. And Failfish's team. They also lost a beastman, 0 SPP beastman, and a badly hurt beastman. Omar Brady got his second MVP to level up. But other than that, a nice, spread.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. At least he leveled up 1, even if he's missing.
It's just badly hurt.
Okay, also.
Sorry, say that again?
The death is okay also, I think. It's not a big concern.
Oh, that was a beastman who does have a niggle, by the way. And he's gone for the other killy option of pro.
Okay.
Which, I don't mind. I think the 3 tackle on the Warriors is probably enough, right?
They should be.
I like the idea of building a wrestle tackle beastman as well.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Wrestle tackle, and yeah, if you take after strip ball or even 2 heads, it's pretty a fine player where you can use not only to suck the ball, but in various situations.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and Failfish for his 1 level got block. I think you already had that 30 players from before, right? Yeah, it was block there. Both the Chaos teams looking, still carrying some red crosses around with them.
Yeah, but I didn't. I expected it to be more blood on the floor, but they disappointed me.
I think after the Arctic Antarctic Aldar game, we're you can't expect that every time 2 core teams meet.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one where people did actually vote for it. This is actually the first game. So, you, me, and Failfish all thought that Failfish would win, and Wolfbark was the other person who thought that Failfish would win. So, I need to do that. and then that, and then turn on predictions. There we go. All right. We're nearing the end of the season as well. This is like Uldar is miles ahead at the moment.
Yeah. Not Miles. Saitalen is just there next to him.
Yeah,
And
true.
Wolfpark is not too far.
Yeah, true. It doesn't. Yeah. So it's still pretty close. Only you know. But considering half the game's been played and I didn't put the predictions up for 2B for week 11, it's just we're only going to have like 1 week of catching up for this. Anyway, okay, boom, done. All right, so the next one is my game, Uldar against
Your game against Uldar.
Uldar. I won it apparently. I have no idea what happened. What did happen? Oh, yes. No, I
Probably
do
you
remember.
diced him.
Yes, kind of. So he won the toss. He went on offense, obviously, so he get the hits in 1st. And his LOS hits were removing 2 players. So actually, no, that's not true. His LOS hits was removing was MNGing Nestor Orlyov, the loner lineman. And then he blitzed crazy Figor, who was on the second line, and killed him. So I used my Apo in the first 4 blocks, basically. And I was bricking it. I was totally expecting to get murdered after that point, especially like you're playing with 9 players against Chorfs, and Uldar's famously only really interested in fouling and killing me, you know.
Famously,
you know. That's like the majority of Uldar's game plan, right?
Yeah.
But with after that point, he didn't manage to break armor at all, and a combination of stand firm and jump up killed 2 of his hobgoblins. So basically, he blocked, and because I had stand firm and jump up, I then got to mighty blow hit back either the assist or the person who was blocking Anura. So that removed 2, and then I got a random Chorf Kaz on turn 7. As I was really trying to get the ball away, but there was a Chorf in the way, so I was just trying to go for the push, got a pow, and he died. Just completely rolled a 9 and an 11 or something, or whatever. Rolled a 10 and an 11 or something, silly. So that's like 3 players of his off the pitch. And 2 of mine off the pitch, and I get the ball away, and I throw it upfield, and I almost score, but don't. I think I failed the GFI, or I can't remember what it is, but for some reason I just failed to score. But it's my drive, so I score as quickly as possible whilst punching Chorfs, and oh look, another Chorf leaves the pitch, and oh, another Chorf leaves the pitch, and suddenly it's like, there's only like 4 players left of the Chorfs, and I've scored really quickly because I might as well, and there might have even been a blitz in there as well, and I just got it again and scored again. So it could have been 3-0 if I'd have scored at the end of his drive. But yeah, and after I was fully prepared to just lie down and hide for the whole game after the initial blocks. But those 2 removals were basically the only 2 Kaz that he got for the whole game, whilst I then removed 5 of his players and KO'd more. So, and obviously got
it
shitloads
wasn't a good win for you.
Yeah, it was.
You diced the poor Chorfs, huh?
Yeah. It was entirely
The
armor
armor
breaks.
breaks. Yeah. And how do you feel about that? Because the Chorfs were Aldars.
I feel pretty good, so I'm fine about it. I'm slightly disappointed I didn't I think I might have been like fouling for fun towards the end, right? So I was like, this is what you would have done to me. Oh no, this Chorf might be able to make a bunch of ridiculous dodges and get to the ball. So I better just foul him just to make sure the ball is safe. Surround the Chorf with loads of players and foul him.
It sounds like revenge is taken, huh?
Yeah, it was good. Although like nothing permanent. I killed one hobgoblin, and it didn't. It wasn't that bad.
Mm,
But it was. It
ma-
was.
well, your team needs practice in that.
Yeah,
They're
it
not
does
used
because
to.
I played my this week's game, week 11, and it was not the same.
Yeah, they need practice in fouling. They
Hmm.
don't know how to do it
Yeah.
correctly.
Ironically,
Uh,
I have a dirty player, I think, but my dirty player was out for this game.
maybe that's why. Poor Aldar. But congrats on the win.
Hmm. Oh yeah, and I did get a level up on my brand new catcher, who I bought and made. No, I bought him the game before, and he'd had 3 SPP before, or 2 SPP. And
Two.
this game, I made three vanity passes with him and a touchdown to
Yeah.
level him up.
Hmm. And
Uh,
what did you get on him?
well, I rolled a 10,
Oh.
and every other time I've rolled a 10 and taken movement, he's died really quickly.
Yeah, but that's so good.
Yeah, he's just MNG after my last game. But yeah,
MNG is fine.
I
It's
took
good.
took the movement.
Yeah, obviously you can't
Mm,
pass that, I think.
I think I passed up a movement really early on, like
On a catcher?
on a catcher, because I wanted block and protection skills. Kislev at the beginning are so shit; it's unbelievable. So it was more important for me to get some block on the team. Like it was my second or third level or something.
Hmm.
Mm. And there's lots of things where because that movement 8 will make such a big difference. He just needs to stay alive long enough to get blodge, and then I'll be happy. But oh my god.
Yeah, and you need to score with him also.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that easy as it sounds.
Mm.
But you can do it. I believe in you.
Yes, indeed. It didn't work last game, as you can see from the fact he's MNG'd. But yeah, movement can be a protection skill if you run out of range. True, but then the number of times that you kind of run away, and then you really want that extra assist, or you need that help somewhere, or the ball somehow falls to the floor, and your player that you've tried to protect by running out of range um, is nowhere to be seen. It's really hard to do especially when you're a team that often is around 11 players, very rarely more. You know, got another
Hmm.
game where I'm going to have a loner next week because even if I bought players, I'd just be up to 11. So I think I'm having 2 loners next week again. It's a really hard cycle for Kislev to get, or for me when I'm playing Kislev. I know Wolfbark's playing Kislev in another league and doing better than me. So
Yeah.
but
So who guessed correct that you would win?
not Uldar again. That's interesting. Good point.
And not me, because I went for Aldar.
You went for Uldar as well.
Yeah, I
Five
thought the
people
fouls
go.
would work.
Yeah, yeah. No, like it was like when that beginning of the game, I totally thought he was just going to murder me as well. I thought his game plan would be successful, but it's actually Arctic, Walvis, me, Cyclen, and Wolfbark. So, oh wait, I need to change the thing to do that, and then that, and then there. All right. But yeah, that was. I mean, I like normally. I think you need a bench to help you, cope with those kind of murder teams, and not
Oh,
having a
yeah.
bench is a real issue.
Yeah, I mean, if you start with exactly 11 players and you start counting now down early on, It usually doesn't work well after.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
Murder Wood is Wolfbark.
the Murder Woodies would be my team, which didn't murder anything and got murdered by Wolfbark. Hey, Cyclem, how are you? Yeah.
Hello, Saitalem.
Uh, so where are we? Oh yes. Okay. So that's my game. Yeah. Done. Dusted. Yes. All right. So the next one is Kingslayers Spartacus against Octo Chickens Going Laham, and that's 3-1 to Going Laham, which I think like everyone, not quite everyone. Arctic was with Spartacus, but you know, almost everyone thought that Octo Chicken would win this one. Not, I mean, the score's ridiculous, but not as many removals as I was kind of thinking there might be. Mighty Blow, Claw, Horns, Blitzer getting another level up. I guess Jugs is the Horns here a sign that that Spartacus doesn't want piling on, and so we'll go for the other kind of killy skills first.
Yeah.
Because I think that the received wisdom with Underworld is that they're a weak team because of all the goblins anyway. So you want your blitzers to be standing up and doing stuff rather than lying on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big question. How can you get goblins to be more effective in the team?
Sidestep. I personally, so everyone else goes for 2 heads on goblins in Underworld.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like 1 or 2 heads is good, but I really like sidestep on goblins as you don't want to hit them in case they go somewhere more annoying. With dodge, it kind of
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, and also means you can keep them alive longer because they can avoid secondary blocks. I quite like sidestepping goblins on the line because it means people only get 1 LOS hit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But obviously, that involves leveling them up and them not dying, which is basically what happens in most games. They just die, as you can see from the 0 SPP on goblins versus hundreds on the Skaven.
Yeah. I mean, mm,
He does
so tough.
he does have 5 players with 1 SPP each, though. Maybe you actually need to try and level those ones up so you can get something good. Because a plus agi goblin is a whole different matter.
Yeah, Blassad's goblin. I think it's great.
Mm.
He can cause all kinds of trouble until he gets blitzed, of course.
I like what Wolfbot said. Underworld are where Skaven line rats prefer to play because they're not
Yeah.
they're not thrown in the way like they are in Skaven teams.
Yeah, of course. They
They've become good players instead of.
they are respected in that team. Yeah.
Hmm. But Octo Chicken didn't get any level ups. All his SPP are on the 2 players who are massively leveled already.
Hmm.
I don't know if he's aiming for something that these players are missing.
Um, don't really think so.
Or is it just
I think
has he
he's
not heard of
just
score on the right elf?
yeah. I think he was just trying to win this,
Hmm.
and the lineman getting the MVP also was really bad.
Oh, the one loner lineman getting the MVP.
Yeah.
That's harsh. Hmm. But considering Octo Chicken got murdered this season, the remnants of his team is starting to look better. He's almost got all the positionals, right?
Yeah. I mean, if as long as he has those 3 blitzers, team is going okay.
and he now has all 4 yeomen and enough money to replace the ones who have got injuries. If he wants to, I think he needs to replace the movement busted one. I mean, he doesn't need to replace the movement busted one. I don't know if he's like he wants to save enough money to replace a dead blitzer or something, but it's a very healthy team now at the end of the thing.
Yeah, I mean, he will buy eventually the 4 blocker, won't he?
Wolfbark says he has Griff Overwald and an Agi 5 War Dancer, basically, which is, yeah.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice if he could get some SPP on players who aren't Griff Overwald or the Agi 5.
Yeah.
It's like, anyway, and
That
Spartacus.
blitzer probably with the leader one needs a block and dodge something too.
Yeah, he needs dodge, is what I would say.
Yeah.
And Arya Stark got tackle for all those dodgy Armor 9 players.
Well, she's Zarya, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or cycle him as well. I agree that or he needs to be rolling doubles, and to roll doubles, you want to be getting levels on your less leveled players, because that's how you get there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to fire his frenzy tackle sidestep pro player, is he?
So, no way.
Is Cyclone suggesting that maybe once he gets to another level, he could fire and rehire the blitzer?
There is an option, but you really need to.
No, I don't think so. But it's the only way you're going to get Mighty Blow any sooner.
True, that's a fact. But even if it is worst, if I need the Mighty Blow, I would go for a blocker, a new one.
Wolfbark says buy one from the market, which I find vaguely offensive. As I basically part of the reason I joined Rebel was because I've the only achievement I have left in Blood Bowl in the Steam achievements is sell a legendary player. So I decided to come to an Eternal League and play games until I got a legendary player, and then sell them on the market. And the season before, my Blitzer leveled up to legend. They announced they were closing the market. So I still have 2 achievements outstanding for Blood Bowl. One is sell a legendary player, and the other is do all the achievements. So once I get that one sale in, and I'm not cheating. I know it's possible. I have my own league. I could easily just like fake sell a player myself, but I want to, I want to have earned all my achievements, not got them through other means.
Yeah, but now what can you do?
Well, I am in UK BBL, which still has a market, and I have a player who's almost legend there. So I'll be selling an Agi 6 Gutter Runner when he becomes a legend in UK BBL.
Maybe this season is the last season in UKBBL, then that has a market.
Yeah. It'll take me another 2 seasons, I reckon, before he gets the legend anyway. But and he's got to not die, which in a rat team is also problematic, obviously. Anyway, okay, I finally finished my coffee. I now consider myself some form of awake.
Okay.
You can still sell players in Rebel, just not buy. What? Yeah, so you can still sell to the market teams. It's only if you leave. So you're saying that if I retire at the end of the season and then sell my players to the market, I think they've stopped that as well. But that is an interesting idea. I should have thought about that last season. Damn it. Anyway, where was I?
So we're on predicted.
Yeah, did we do predictions
for this result?
Did we do predictions for this result? I can't remember. I already have. This was going the ham. No, we haven't, because Aldar got one. This is the first point for Aldar this week. Just as I thought I was going to catch him up. But I did get it right as well. So.
So you're okay.
Yeah. That puts me into equal second with Cyclem, who didn't get this one. You did. This is a good week for us. And Wolfbark, again, getting it right. So me, Wolfbark, and Cyclen all in equal second.
Oh,
1
that's
point behind Aldar. This is good. This is exciting. I'm
yeah, it
liking the way
is.
this is turning out. Okay, so the next game is the Imperishable 4. It's Thurnlad's Imperishable 4 against Cyclem himself, Block You Like a Hurricane. And I went for a draw, I know, for this game. But it was actually 1-0 to Thurnlow.
Yep.
Do you have anything to say, Cyclem? Was it a dicing, an absolute dicing? Was it no, both your TVs were pretty close. He didn't scum anything? So you just got a babe, I guess. Oh, is it the extra agility on throw rars? Yeah. So Thurnlau only plays Khemri as far as I'm aware. Like he plays Khemri on tabletop. He plays Khemri in a couple of leagues. Thurnlau is a very good Khemri player. So yeah. Oh, Wolfbart watched it. Thurnlau had better dice, but it was a good game. Little better injury dice. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's bad. The plus movement Blitzra dying is kind of annoying. I was just about to say nothing important died when the dirty player, but oh my god, yeah, bad Blitzra death for Cyclem. It's
Yeah, I
interesting.
mean,
Yeah, sorry.
uh, it was a great result for Thernlow.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah, it hurts. It hurts to be honest.
Hmm.
And that defeat probably means that Saitalem is now in trouble concerning his playoff spot.
Hmm.
So that's actually good for the rest of us that are watching this league.
Yeah. The strength 4 Blitzra blitz. Yeah. It's it's hard to plan around. A bit like leaps, and having someone with break tackle can be very difficult to plan around. Okay. Level ups wise, talking of legends, Pel2 the Whisperer gets to legend.
Oh, that's good.
Hell knows what do you give what do you give the throw raw who already has everything.
I have no idea actually. Uh,
Yeah, I agree with what Wolfbuck said. Like Khemri players are some of the best positioning players I think. Like people who play Khemri a lot and people who play dwarves a lot, which Cyclem does both, because he's a dwarf player in our clan league. Both usually have really good positioning because the movement or the agility. You kind of have to. You have a lot more pressure not to be in the wrong place because you get marked up, or or out of range.
yeah,
Uh,
I was playing dwarfs also.
mm-hmm.
It's so hard when you make a positioning mistake
mm,
to just fix it. It's almost impossible. Actually, that player will remain there for a couple of turns and it does hurt you.
yeah. Whereas I kind of learnt the new version of Blood Bowl, like recent Blood Bowl, or Living Rulebook 6 Blood Bowl, playing rats and woodies. So I don't need to worry too much about positioning. I can just I'll get back in time. It'll be fine. I can go and attack this. I can do this move out on this, one side, and get back to the other side in return. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I played a couple of games with as a Skaven just to see them.
Mm-hmm.
My mind was blown away because uh, I said, okay, well, now they can move all the field. What do I do with them? It's like a new thing to me. Oh, he can get that far. Oh,
Mm.
possibilities now, and yeah, it's it's totally different. Of course, I messed up, but it's totally different.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Khemri are a lot better at low. They are a low TV team, I think. They're relatively cheap and for what you get. So staying low TV is much better than, as you say, hitting the 2000 KT Nurgle stage.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when the killer teams get claw mighty blow, it starts to get really bad. But on the other hand, if you remove the claw or the mighty blow, um, most of the teams up there would be elves,
Hmm.
all sort of elves, just passing and dancing around.
And okay. And oh wait, we haven't looked at the levels up yet, have we? So as well as um, so there was a block mighty blow tomb guardian who also got level, which I assume would be guard. Actually, I don't know. Maybe stand firm even would be quite if he's your map guard. More guard. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think more guard.
Hmm. But I like stand firm on people you want to hit with because you can't be pushed away. You get to hit people who don't want to dodge away from you, right?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I guess more guard is good.
I
Um,
mean,
uh,
he has three guard pieces, I think,
mm-hmm.
or four. No, three. Yeah, so I would prefer guard actually.
Yeah, he had three up until this point. And Thurnlow hasn't taken. Oh yes, yes, he's played another game. He's taken accurate on his plus agi throw ra. So signaling actual throwing game Khemri.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, part of yeah. You end up making throws with Khemri anyway, right? So you might
I
as
mean,
well.
it's something first that no one will expect it and try to guard against it.
I guess you've got an agi 3 receiver on the other. Um, I mean, I wish you'd taken patch instead of dodge now for his other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the next game though, so we should stop looking at that. All right. Oh yes. So the actual predictions. Well, so much for catching up Aldar, because the only people who guessed this correctly were Aldar and Spartacus. I
Ah,
actually went for a draw because I thought two Khemri facing each other, that's bound to be a draw.
mm-hmm.
Harringsword won his game. Oh, was that what flashed up? I saw the ticker flash. I didn't see what it was. And I saw Harringsword was streaming when we started, and I knew from yesterday that he was going to be streaming his Rebel game. Oh, that turn 8. Oh, so he scored. He scored on his half, which is he's against Wood Elves though, right? So we got about 5 minutes before we see a one turn reply possibly ping up.
Ah, don't jinx him. No,
Um,
come on. He needs to make a win.
I mean, at this point, I haven't bought his. I bought his socks 6 weeks ago, and he hasn't won yet. Well, the beginning of his stream, he was talking about he's 6 points behind 13th place with 3 games left. So he basically
Mhm.
he needs 13th place to not win any of their last 3 games for him, and him win 2 of his last 3 games for him to catch up, let alone overtake. So yeah, his luck has to change at some point. He is facing a very beaten up Wood Elf team, but that does mean the Wood Elf team was like picking a ton of inducements before the game. So, you know,
Yeah, it's still a good elf team.
yeah. I mean, it's Zord as well. Zord's a good player, so you know
Yeah,
he's he,
yeah,
he is
definitely is.
likely to win. Was it Skaven? Sorry, I knew it was someone fast. Sorry. Oh yeah, you're right, it's Skaven because they had a claw, mighty blow, storm vermin. I remember now. Yeah, sorry. Um, I hope
Uh,
he wins. I think I think he's a very good Khemri player. Um,
yeah, and I'm really surprised 2 seasons now. He haven't lost a lot of players. I think only one or twice it was in Division One, and now.
yeah.
So that's actually really good for a Camry team, especially because if you start losing to Guardians, it's so tough.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Thurnlow lost 2 or 3 against Uldar last season, and
Yeah,
he's back on track for looking normal.
yeah, but it's so tough
Hmm.
to level them up.
Hmm.
I think for me at least, it's one of the toughest units to level up.
Yeah,
It's not
obviously.
like it's not like mummies. They have at least a mighty blow, so
Oh yeah.
they can do it.
Even a Khemri team that's going relatively well, there's usually one Tomb Guardian that just refuses to get any levels,
Yeah,
or as soon as I usually find that as soon as the last Tomb Guardian to get a level gets level, one of them dies. So it's like a constant cycle of you always have one Tomb Guardian with no skills.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Anyway, on to the next game of the week, and it is, I think, the game of the week. In that it is Random Boys Bloodsuckers against Wolfbark and Wolfbark's Mischief. Um, and no one predicted this result. Well, actually, sorry, that's wrong. Failfish predicted this result, and that is wrong screen. Uh, a, a 1-1 draw.
Hmm.
Um, what happened, Wolfbark? Anyone want to tell us? Ooh, a couple of nice levels though. Well, a couple of levels. It was a fun match. I can imagine. I thought I had a good chance against Random Boy this week. And I won't spoil it though. A lot happened. He won the toss and kicked. I
Mm-hmm.
imagine you scored in 2 turns. No, that can't. Probably the score will be high if you actually managed to. Oh, he got a blitz then. Oh no, Wolfbark did score in 2 turns.
Okay.
We're all on the edge of our seats.
Yeah.
And so it was basically 1-1 at the half, and then no one picked the ball up in the second half. Although you did Kaz Donald Trump, so that's where Donald Trump got removed. I had Donald Trump in Imperium last season before he got his legend skill. So he was just Blodge Step Pro. Had you up. And yeah, I have a feeling Fuckboys keeps dying and getting MVPs. Okay, and then nothing happened in the second half, or it's taking, or so much happened that that Wolfbark is taking a long time to type it. So, what is the next skill for Wrestle, Strip, Dauntless, Gutter Runner? I I guess tackle's the only thing he's missing.
Yeah, I, I can't
Yes.
think of anything else.
In the second half, we both removed a lot of each other, and then the ball went loose. He did have the option to run in a touchdown at about turn far, but decided to stall out. Ball went loose again. Yeah, he did the same against me. He did a really dangerous stall against me, and um, I got so close to removing the ball against him. You know, yeah. His attempt to score on turn 16 failed, so it was 1-1. There we go. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, and that's actually a good result, I think, for Wolfpack.
I mean, he's leading the division, right? So, in fact, I think he got his red name on Discord yesterday, right? So he is officially what's the word, qualified. Yeah, Wolfpark has qualified. Cycling.
For playoffs, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So.
mean, it was a great result,
Mhm.
the 1-1, because it's not with a random boy, but it's because it's with the second team. So draw always favors the one on top.
Yeah, true. Although it does give other people a chance to catch up, and it is a close division, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But I think Wolf's
where is
quite
his red name now?
I mean, what in Discord?
You can see it in the Rebel chat only.
Yeah. I don't give people a red name in my Discord for getting to playoffs. No, or a Twitch red name. Actually, I can give Wolfspark a different color, can't I? How do I do that? Mm. Oh
I'm
no, no,
searching you.
no. He can do it, or you can choose your own color if you're a Twitch Prime user, I think. Oh, you can give yourself a red name. There you go. Uh,
Okay.
the option I could have taken differently would be to try and stall out on my drive. I quite like the quick score versus Vamps. Yeah, me too. That's basically what I did. Is I like because Vamps are so threatening on defense that scoring against them and making them be offense where they're more likely to implode, I think is a good game plan. That's what I go for as well. That's what I went for.
Yeah.
Especially if you're even a slightly faster team who can get round them and do things like that and be annoying for them. Cyclone says he thinks the next 7 or so can. So basically, not me. Excellent. Oh no, I mean I'm just about in, but I don't think so. Let's say 6 rather than 7. I am now fighting for relegation, as in I want to get relegated because I want an easier season next week so I can build my team up again. Can I please go down to Division 3? Anyway. Oh, yes, there were levels. So Crystal Hunter leveled, and I guess tackle would be what you give a wrestle strip Dauntless player, and playing for fun leveled, which might be a kicker or another block.
Yeah, I'm coming back in 1 minute, okay?
Okay, cool, no worries. And and you've played another game already, haven't you, Wolf? So the teams might also be even more changed since then. But yes, it was tackle, and yes, it was another block. I think playing for fun. Yeah, playing for fun for gets block. more block, keep the team alive, and nothing. Oh, there was a fuckboy's got level. I'm pretty sure he took tackle because I've played him already this week. Yes, he did. There we go. Yeah, and as I said, the only person who predicted this was Failfish. So, 1 more point for Failfish. Getting him up into the 20s. Yep, I can see red. You look red now. You were pink a second ago. And now it's red. Boom. And it's red in my on my Discord chat that appears as well. Interesting. Cool. See, there you go. There we are. Red name on Discord. Red name on Twitch as well. Excellent. Alrighty then. So, the last game of the week, which was also played before we did the recap last week, so there isn't any betting on it, was Manus Ultra versus Gaudi's Ravensclaws, the Wild Tigers against the Ravensclaws, and it was another draw. So this looks like a week of draws. 2-2. I imagine Gaudi scoring either on turn 1 and 16 or turn 8 and 9, using his one-turner to get 2 more touchdowns. Just trying to break. So apparently, if you get to like 1,007 TV, it levels you up again. So maybe he's hoping to get that elusive, extra level on the gutter runner by getting 1,000 TV on the legend. I don't know. There's like a buffer overrun. It goes back. So once it gets to 1,000, it goes 999 000 1 2 3 4 5 6 level up. Because it only expects you to get up to 900 SPP at most. He might just want the most SPP on a rebel player. I wonder what that is actually. Do you know? Has that been? I assume that has been talked about somewhere already. Or he just wants to win games, and that's how you win games, is by throwing SPP at your one-turning gutter runner. He has the most. Oh, I see. So he's keeping it rather than what's thing. Ooh. He wants to stay up there at the top of that list. That's interesting. How far down? How far down do I have to go before I get to mine? Probably quite far.
What's that list?
It's a list of all the legendary players in Rebel. It doesn't have the coach, so I can't. I guess I could look for Bear Grylls. Is this where? Yep, Bear Grylls. Whoop! There's Kermit. What's the first number mean? Sorry. Okay, number. Oh, the number in the team, of course. Yeah, cool. Alive and still active. There's quite a lot of messed up players. He's a good 50 TV ahead of the next. I think he could still rest on his laurels and try and give some SPP to some other players. Maybe wouldn't hurt. Oh, I could have done that in. I could have actually. Yeah, wait. Done. Done this. Boom. Yeah. Ooh, it's a lot bigger on this screen than what I was looking at. So yeah, next highest up is 50 SPP behind. Is that? I've never heard of that team.
Yeah, me either.
Are they some like 3rd or 4th division team that are just, just playing, letting their...
They are still active, huh?
Yep.
You can't see the coach also. It's
It's
minimal.
Rel, Division 3. Got up as high as Division 2A. Why is this the wrong order? That's confusing. So yeah, it's in 3.
Yeah, Division 3A. That's interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, he did beat me in challenges after my first season. Ah, there you go. By murdering all your players with his claw mighty blow, I take it. I assume cheese tactics is cheese. Oh, and so within the same page of within the top 10, 2 of them are Ravens claws, are Gaudi's players. So this is basically where Haringzord gets lots of his ideas for cards from, isn't it? These are like pick your next rebel legend. Cool. All right. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thanks for the link, though, Wolfbar. That's cool. Is that viewable from the front page somewhere? Oh yeah, the star. No, that's not that kind of star player, is it? Oops. Boom. All right. Anyway, going back to enough of Gaudi's star, giving more star players to one player. He's got a great plus strength gutter runner as well. Anyway, yeah, whatever. No level up. Oh yeah, no, there was a level up for the Orc lineman, who already has wrestle. So I guess tackle.
Yeah. I think I would go tackle there.
Yeah, I often use the star players, which is just stars bit of RebelNet, whenever there's some discussion about. Oh, I see. So it's the next tab along. Excellent. Has that always been there? I remember when the star players tab got added, and I was very excited. I've clearly missed when the legendary players bit got added, or it was before. I don't know. And yes, wrestle, tackle, line orc. It's been a couple of seasons. Fine. Okay. So the coming week, I hadn't done the predictions bot up to this point, and there's like 2 games left. So, well, I guess we should do the predictions for those 2 games.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. No way am I, what's ting time? Oh, so the 2 games are Cytolen's Block You Like a Hurricane against Aldar. And we know which... Well, okay. And they're both on the second page. Aldar is almost rebuilt his team now. In fact, he's got enough. He could get another Bull Centaur. And then he'll basically be a normal Chorf team again.
Yeah, he will do that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, slightly, 4 under-leveled Chorvs. But, still...
Yeah, you can do a lot about it.
Oh, you haven't heard anything from Aldar? I hope he's all right, actually.
Why? What happened?
Oh no, Cycling just said he hasn't heard from him.
Oh, okay.
Normally he's fairly chatty. Anyway, all right. So, yes, Uldar could for one. Yeah, so he's got enough to buy another bull. His team would then be at 1650.
Mm-hmm.
So only 50 TV behind Cycle M. Yeah. So not much in the way of inducements. I think I kind of have to go for Cycle N in this one.
Yeah, I will go for him too.
Kemri are kind of, a pretty good anti-Chorf team,
Mm-hmm.
with a lot more strength and control over the team. And in fact, Wolfbark and Cyclem have already, and someone else, was that you've clicked already?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, everyone voting for Cyclem against Uldar. We hope you're well, but we think you're going to lose. And the last game of the week that hasn't been played or predicted
Mm-hmm.
is Gaudi's Ravens Claws against the Moist Owlets Aprog. So Gaudi will no doubt be attempting to score as quickly as possible, whilst I think that's more or less Aprog's game plan as well. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I think, does Gaudi have a Wizard Stadium? I think they both have a Wizard Stadium.
I remember the Moist
No,
Owlets
oh
having
no,
one.
no. Gaudi has star player Nuffalulta, and he has some bank left over at the moment, and 13 players, whilst the Moist Owlets have 10, I think. Yeah, that could be very interesting. A claw against a tree. Yeah, they've got 10 players, so they're actually at 1980. So no wizard for them. The rats get to lead the way, and probably get a wizard too. Yeah, rats. Cycling thinks a draw. I face at Prague next week, so the week after. So I am really hoping that that Gaudi just murders lots of wood elves, preferably the plus strength ones. Skaven usually beat wood elves up, yeah, because they're faster. They usually have a tackle, might blow player or two. Although Aprog's got a couple of mighty blow of his own. If it comes down to a shootout, it could be hilarious. Because they could probably both do quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I will go Gaudi too, even though it's such a close game. And so important. Actually, they are 5th and 6th. 1 point behind 4th position, which leads to the playoffs, and 2 points behind the playoff position. So it's a big game, yeah. I will give a slight edge to Gaudi, though.
Yeah, I think basically, he wants to turn games into shootouts, and will have the slight edge in that case.
Mm-hmm.
It's close though. I mean, that's the trouble with shootouts, is it can always go wrong, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, you roll a double one and your one turner falls over and dies, and they've got the ball, and that's it. You've lost the game, right?
Yeah.
And the dice that you're rolling when you're trying to do your shootout style play is much more, much worse. Fail condition often, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, it does actually.
Yeah, but it's unlikely. Even if he does end up rolling 36 things that could fail, one in 36 times.
Yeah. I think Gaudi has a slight edge.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that is that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I am going to probably raid Zord if he's still playing. He's still
Probably
playing.
he will
Yeah.
be.
He's got a few
Yeah.
more. He's got a couple of turns left. So
Yeah, I want to watch that.
yeah, me too. That's basically where I'm heading right away. So, and there's the sound of adverts as I head towards his channel. Okay, cool. So, yeah, thanks everyone for chatting with Barker Cyclone, and obviously, thank you, Jivasak, for joining me. And sorry,
Thank you and everyone.
sorry,
Had a great time as always.
yeah, thank you. Sorry for everyone that I was, slept in a little bit. 8 in the morning though. Why do we do this? What
I'm still working. I have no option.
Sorry. Yes, that's obviously. Thank you for getting up before work. It's not
Yeah, now they are talking about
closing.
closing all the, not my company, disallowing the people to move out of their homes.
Yeah, and you
Only
can't work from
with
home. I take it.
well, I can't. My job haven't taken the necessary measures.
Mm.
Yeah, because I have to work with people's data and have to get approval, and that's a little bit weird to show.
Mm-hmm.
They should set up a PC for me, but it's too late now. I don't mind though, to be honest. But yeah,
Okay.
we have a long way to go. I hope everyone is okay. That's the first thing
Yeah,
and most important.
indeed. Okay, I've pressed raid already, so it's going to auto raid any second now. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, and we're gone. Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't complain about getting up in the morning when it's
No,
not even that
no.
early.
No, it's not a big deal. I have to go to work. That was the problem.